This supplemental video accompanies our work on PrismBreak, a tool designed for exploring multidimensional mixture models. Mixture models are widely used in probability theory, statistics, and machine learning. They describe the distribution of a mixture of random variables from several different populations. Mathematically, the probability density function of a mixture model is expressed as a weighted sum of the density functions of its component random variables. Previous work by Lawonn et al. Derived an efficient way to render high-dimensional Gaussian mixture models in a three-dimensional view space. The maximum intensity projection allows us to identify the closest cluster. Hulls give the user a better understanding of the spatial arrangement of the model. Direct volume rendering enables users to discover new modes. We extend this concept in multiple ways. PrismBreak is an open-source project that facilitates the exploration of both Gaussian and Student's T mixture models. The multi-faceted prism view allows users to compose and compare different subspaces for dimensionality reduction. Users are guided by a set of metrics in an attribution glyph. Tokens and bookmarks further streamline this process. We are now demonstrating our tool on the Shanghai Ranking 2024 dataset. The ranking evaluates the quality of 1,000 universities. The final score is the weighted sum of 6 categories. These categories can be found on the first facet of our prism. For example, the token alumni stands for Alumni Awards. The glyph shows how a tile's basis vector is composed of the natural basis vectors. Since we are on the facet of the canonical basis vector, we can observe that each glyph has only one segment. By default, all tiles are scaled by weight. Thus, distributions with high weight can be seen clearly, while distributions with low weight are barely visible. We now deactivate the scaling by weight and scale the distributions before continuing our investigation. Optionally, we could emphasize distributions by changing their color or hide them. We now begin the actual investigation. The 2 highlighted tiles show that the orange, yellow, and blue clusters have low scores and low variance in alumni awards and staff awards. For the remaining distributions, a clear ranking emerges, with the purple distribution attaining the highest mean score in these 2 categories. In Nature and Science publications, we can see a clear order across all distributions. Interestingly, the orange distribution keeps pace with the red distribution in terms of highly cited researchers, and with the high-performing purple distribution in terms of publications. By default, the tiles are sorted by variance, represented by the blue bar in the chart. The variances are uniformly high because all attributes were normalized to a variance of 1 before clustering, a common practice to ensure equal treatment of all attributes during clustering. The red bar represents the sparsity of a basis vector, and therefore reaches its maximum for the canonical basis vectors as well. We are looking for tiles where the clusters are well separable. Sorting tiles according to the visibility, represented by the green bar, can help with this task. Clicking on visibility updates the metric based on user modifications, such as scaling. Alumni awards and Nature and Science publications achieve nearly even visibility. We bookmark Nature and Science publications since it separates the clusters. Now we explore the other facets to find well-suited tiles. We first reach the PCA facet, which is indicated by the tokens. Hovering over the glyph displays the composition of the basis vector based on the attributes. We pin the first PCA tile to the bookmarks because it separates the distributions well. On the first per distribution PCA facet, we cannot find a good candidate for further exploration. Instead, we find candidates on the facets of the second, third, and sixth per distribution PCAs. When clusters are separable in multiple tiles, experts tend to choose tiles with the highest interpretability. Therefore, we decide to use the Nature and Science publications basis vector. Clicking on the tile in the bookmarks list focuses the camera on its facet. Clicking on this tile manifests its basis vector as the x-axis, and we enter the next stage. In the second stage, we find a 2-dimensional projection of our mixture model in each tile. The x-axis of each plot is the already chosen basis vector. The y-axis is the basis vector we are going to select next. Notice that a second line has extended the tokens. By default, each distribution is rendered with an expansion of 2 standard deviations. This value can be adjusted. Usually we would now proceed as in the first stage to find a tile that separates the distributions well. From previous investigations, we know that the tile of the PCA facet with the highest visibility is a good fit. Now, we have entered the third stage. First, we scale the coordinate system to get an overview of the whole mixture model. The depth of each tile represents the z-axis. Thus, we rotate the model 90 degrees to see how the distributions are located along the z-axis. To avoid tiles changing their positions, according to the metric during this rotation, we decided that the user must initiate the reordering. After the reordering, we select the basis vector with the best visibility, ZPCA01. We have now entered the detail view. In the detail view, information about the distributions and points can be displayed. For example, we can display the means of the purple distribution or the scores of the outlier, the Harvard University. Furthermore, we can observe that universities belonging to the orange distribution are primarily located in Asia. Selecting hull rendering provides a better spatial understanding of the model. We have 2 options for encoding points: their distance to the mean of their cluster or their cluster probabilities. Choosing cluster probabilities and setting the maximum value to 55% allows us to display only the points between clusters. For further exploration, we offer a camera feature that enables shifting, zooming, and rotating around a central point. Thank you for watching.